Okay, let's get into this. If you're, say, past 50 and you're feeling like losing weight is suddenly, well, way harder, like your metabolism just slammed on the brakes, especially if, intense exercise isn't really in the cards for you right now,
hmm
you are definitely not alone in feeling that. It seems like the rules changed.
Oh, absolutely. It's so common. Could be joints, could be energy, maybe just life is busy. That old advice, just hit the gym harder. It can feel totally unrealistic for a lot of people at this stage.
Right, exactly. So for this deep dive, we're looking at sources that suggest you can actually still make real progress after 50.
Yeah.
And maybe mostly, or even like entirely, just by making smart changes to what you eat.
And the material we looked at, it really digs into why it feels tougher. There's that natural muscle loss that happens over time.
Right.
Muscle burns calories, right? So less muscle means, well, a slower metabolism, basically.
Okay.
And then you've got hormonal shifts happening around this age, too. They can change how your body stores fat and uses energy. Plus, even the signals for hunger and fullness, they can get a little less reliable.
Ah, okay, so that explains a lot. It's not just in your head. So knowing why it gets trickier, what specific diet approach did these sources really focus on? Without needing exercise.
The thing that came up again and again, the most consistent idea was a really fundamental shift.
Yeah.
Seriously increasing protein and fiber
Protein and fiber. Okay.
at like every meal. Sounds simple, maybe, but the way they work together seems to be the key, especially later on.
All right, so digging into that material then, how does focusing specifically on protein and fiber, how does that fight back against those post-50 challenges we just mentioned?
Well, protein first. It takes a bit more energy for your body to digest it compared to fats or carbs, so you get this tiny metabolic nudge.
A little boost.
Yeah, little one.
Yeah.
But the really big thing the sources stressed is how it helps you hold on to that muscle mass we talked about.
Protecting the muscle.
Exactly. When you're trying to lose weight, maybe especially if you're not exercising much, getting that protein tells your body, hey, keep the muscle, burn the fat instead. It sort of protects your metabolic engine.
That makes sense. Okay, and the fiber part, how does that fit in?
Think of fiber like creating a beneficial slowdown in your digestion.
Okay.
It makes food move through you more slowly.
Yeah.
And that really helps keep your blood sugar steady. No more of those big spikes and then crashes that make you crave everything in sight.
Ah, the craving control.
Yes. And both protein and fiber, they're amazing for satiety. That feeling of fullness,
Right.
they just keep you feeling properly full and satisfied for way longer after you eat.
Okay, and that satiety thing, that's huge, isn't it? If you actually feel full, it's just naturally easier to eat less without feeling like you're starving or constantly fighting urges.
Precisely. The experts quoted, they really emphasized that this focus, this protein and fiber combo, it kind of creates the right conditions for steady, sustainable weight loss just through diet. It's more about working with your body's signals rather than, always battling against them.
Got it. And didn't they also mention a few sort of extra practical tips, things you could add on top?
They did, yeah. Really simple, actionable stuff, like using smaller plates helps manage portions visually, without obsessive counting.
Okay.
Drinking a glass of water before meals, that can also help with feeling full.
Simple enough.
And just being mindful about not eating too late at night. Your body's processes do kind of shift gears later on.
Yeah.
These were framed as like helpful boosters for that main protein and fiber strategy.
Right, support strategies. So pulling all this together from the sources we looked at, what's the main takeaway, the big message for someone listening?
I think the core message is actually pretty empowering. It's basically, you don't have to rely on the gym to lose weight after 50.
That's big.
It is. The sources really argue that zeroing in on getting enough protein and fiber is like the foundational move. They work together, keep you full, curb cravings, protect muscle and metabolism, stabilize energy.
And those little extras, smaller plates, water, timing, they just kind of help it along.
Exactly. They support the main thing, which kind of leaves you, the listener, with something to think about, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What if the best path forward for you isn't stressing about workouts that feel impossible right now? What if it's about quietly, consistently focusing on just one or maybe two of these specific dietary changes?
Like just adding protein at breakfast.
Yeah, or making sure half your plate at lunch is vegetables full of fiber. Just consider how doing that consistently, day after day, might actually add up to real, lasting change over time, without ever needing to step foot on a treadmill.